Hi everyone, welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. My name is Lisa. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. I'm going to be sharing a small thrift haul, a little bit of updates here in my dining room. As you can see behind me, this looks a little different. And then I'm going to do a little update of my flower gardens outside. I know I haven't shared that here on YouTube since the beginning, I think of June maybe. And a lot has gotten really full and changed a good bit. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a lot of these changes because I share on there at least weekly of my gardens and flowers and stuff. But I know many of you don't follow me over there, so you'll get a chance to see the update from here. So if that is something you're interested in watching, y'all just stay tuned. All right, before I get into the thrift haul, I want to share something that a viewer sent me, Linda, and I can't remember your last name. I just looked at it and I already forgot it. But anyhow, Linda, I really appreciate you emailing me and sending me this tip in. So many of you in my last haul video commented you love the idea of where I use these sifters as candle holders and I put candles down in them, and I mentioned how this little piece sticks out. So I filled it up with rice, and I had some little pebbles from Dollar Tree just to fill up that gap so that was level there. Well, she had the most genius idea, y'all. I don't know why I have not thought about this. The lids off of these candles. Now this one's a little bit bigger than that one, but my other one, because y'all, I'm bad to throw these lids away. Once this type of candle, a lot of times, I take the lid off and I toss it. So now I won't be doing that because she showed me you take this lid and put down in here. And see, now you've got a flat surface and it covers that, and you can put your candle in there. Now this one's taller than those that I showed you that I get from Walmart, but the same principle. Those usually come with like a little plastic lid on top, but I still think that would work. I don't have one to test it for sure, but I think that it would still work because it's the thickness that it would need to be just to cover that up. So that was a great tip, and I know many of you, just about everybody that commented, said how much you loved that idea of using the sifters. And I wanted to show you one more thing. This sifter, this type of sifter, I got from, this is a Pioneer Woman one, and this one has just the one single piece here. Now some of your older ones, there's two of these, and you can't really do it with those, but the ones that have the single one of this, just make it kind of level itself, and now you can use that type and you don't have to put anything in there, and it just kind of levels itself out. And again, this one came from Walmart. It was a Pioneer Woman one, and now you can use that one as a candle holder. So just thought I would pass that along. And again, Linda, thank you so much for that tip. That's going to be very handy because sometimes with that rice, if I'm putting my sifters up, I'll dump the rice out in a little bag and put it up in a drawer just so I have it to reuse next time. But now I don't have to worry about that. I'll just use the lids off of the candles when I have them. All right, let's just get into the haul video. The first items I'm going to show you, I actually bought these from the antique store that I have my booth in. And I loved this amber glass, and see the top comes off the bottle. This rooster, so cute. That's going to look really good in my fall decor. If it does not work out in my fall decor in a way that I like it, if it doesn't because my hutch is dark, so I don't know if this is going to show up well. If it doesn't, I might put this on my Etsy store, so you can keep a lookout there just in case. But I got that one, and then this one, the little hen on the nest. I have a bunch of milk glass ones, but I didn't have one of the amber glass ones, and I think that's so cute. So it's like a little candy dish, and I think that'd be really pretty in my fall decor. And again, if I change my mind, it might be on my Etsy store. So there's those. Another fall related piece, and it was $2 at a thrift store, was this little resin turkey. And at first I bought it thinking I'm gonna repaint it, do some kind of cool little distressing, but no, I love the colors, the muted colors on this. I love them, so I'm not changing a thing about it. I'm gonna use it just like it is. And it's pretty heavy. It's that solid type of resin stuff. All right, the next things are these set of plates, and there was 3 of them, so there's 2 of these smaller ones. If I got that showing you the right way. And they're the Old Britain Castles by Johnson Brothers. So there was 2 of those, and then 1 of the bigger ones, more like a dessert plate, I guess, salad plate or something. They were $6, so basically $2 a piece, which is not bad for the red transferware. And they match some that I already have, and I have several different red ones I have on the wall in my dining room. I'll kind of briefly show it, even though I've shown it before, but when I take the camera down to show you the update of stuff, I'll show you that to see what I do with these. But I also sit them around in another little holder that I have, but couldn't pass those up for that price. All right, another thing I got at the thrift store, and it was $4, is this plate. Y'all, look at the crazing on that plate and even on the back and stuff. I loved that. Love this color. It reminds me of the jadeite. And then the fact that it had all that crazing and a little bit of staining on it, I thought that was so pretty. I'm actually thinking this fall of using my jadeite with my fall decors. I have done my blue and white with fall decor before, and that looked really good. And I used more of the darker rust colors with it and stuff. I think I'm gonna do my jadeite and try to pull out my more muted, lighter color pumpkins and use that together here in the dining room this year. That's a thought. Now I may totally change my mind once I start putting it out. Okay, the next thing is this little teapot, and it was 99 cents. And y'all, look at it. It's like a birthday cake. There's a little waffle cone, and see the little strawberries up there. Let me adjust the light here. Maybe you can, there. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. It looks like where it was supposed to be sliced. I just thought that was adorable. And there's no marking on the bottom, but I have a thing for teapots, and I just love that one. And at Christmas time, I use a lot of the gingerbread houses and food related stuff for Christmas here in my kitchen and dining room. And although this is not specifically Christmas colors, I think it will go well with that kind of baking food theme at Christmas time. All right, the next thing is these, and it says Occupied Japan, are these little salt and pepper shakers. Again, the light, let me adjust it down. And they're like little biscuits, and they fit right in the little holes here. That one still has the little cork stopper in it. And I think I paid $6 for these at an antique store. I just thought that was so cute. Now, I don't decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but if you did, look, it's the little clovers on it, but the little bees. I just thought that was adorable. And again, this kind of goes with my jadeite look. All right, the next piece is this, and I paid $1.99. And this will go great with my Christmas village. I do a Christmas village. Recently, I've done it in my dining room on my hutch. Last year I did that, and I loved the way that looked. I have done it in my living room up on top of my entertainment center before, but I think I like it best here on the hutch. And that will look really good because I have like a country house and like a barn thing. So this one will look well, you know, really nice with that. This next piece, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, And you're gonna say, Lisa, why in the world would you buy that? But I was wanting to change out a picture in my living room, the one that's over a rocker, to something for fall, because the picture there, I love it. It's a mountain scene with a river and all this, but it's very lush green, you know, summery looking. And I thought, if I come across something that I can change out with that picture for fall, I'm gonna do it. I take it down during Christmas because that's where my Christmas tree goes. But y'all, I found this. I love this. You know, I love my chickens, and the hand painting stuff makes me think of like when my mom used to do this. And I love the colors in that for fall. And it's hard to tell on here, but they've actually slightly took the little wood burner and burned in the design. You might can tell it a little bit there of that. But I thought that's gonna be perfect in there. It's got the fall colors, and I just love that country look to it. And it was, what, $7.99. Okay, this is just something that I was so tired of looking at everything for spring. So I had these dishes, or some of these that I had recently thrifted, and I just wanted to put up just as a change before I got out my fall decor. So we'll come up here. Y'all have seen these I thrifted. I had forgotten to show these in a thrift haul. I don't remember if there's, yeah, they're salt and pepper shakers. But I love those. That one was, that little flower was in my last thrift haul. So I changed out that stuff. And then I took the sifters down, or most of them, and all of the aprons, and put those up and just have something different. This is, looks like a sifter, but it's like a little measuring cup. That will also hold one of the candles. See, it has the little blue bird on it. And then just hung this basket up and just stuck some different blue handled utensils I had in it. And there's that sifter I showed that come from Walmart. And then just, this was a chicken I had out, so I just put them out. And I showed these things in a recent haul. You know, the little chickens here, that Matt is Wet Hen, those little cutting boards, that piece, all of this was shown in a recent thrift haul, and that board back there. And I showed that little lamp in one a while back. And then this is a vintage salt and pepper shaker set. I just loved the graphics on the box there. So that is that little setup that's changed. Now the rest of this I don't think has changed since I did my dining room and kitchen spring tour. Except one other thing, and let me back up here. I put my picnic baskets in here, added some more. I only have the one bar stool. I don't use this bar to sit at. I left the one because sometimes when I'm cooking, my husband likes to sit there and talk to me. So I left the one, but I wanted something on that bar. It was just driving me crazy being empty. So I decided to put the dough bowl there and put my collection of the ball jars. And let me come around here on the kitchen side so you can see it. So there's that noodle board I showed in a video, and then that's the view I would have up into my dining room. And I know it might be a little much there, but I couldn't stand that big space, and it without putting something there for decorating, it becomes a catch-all. You know, everything gets piled up there. So hopefully doing this will keep us from just wanting to sit things up there and pile it up. And this is the view when I'm sitting here cooking, I can see into there. And then the one other thing, I showed this in the recent thrift haul, is this like tool caddy. Now this is not how I'm gonna do it for fall, but it was just, I set it here so I could get it out of my way, and I just grabbed out a few of my copper molds and just all kinds of stuff and threw it in there for just to have something in it for now. I haven't really styled it. And I don't remember if I showed these in a thrift haul, but I had two of these. This was a longer one and one a little bit shorter that was like cross stitch. little runner now. I need to steam it and stuff, but had that there. And then it just, you know, different stuff I just stuck in it. And like I said, I know that's not really styled. It's just in there. And as I mentioned before about the plates, that's what I'm talking about. I put all of those different plates up, and the two smaller ones are the size of that one, and then the one bigger one's the size of that one. So I can change those out and all. And then what I was mentioning about my jadeite. So you see I have a good bit of the jadeite already out from spring. So I'm thinking about leaving some of that and then just switching out the obviously spring things with like flowers and stuff to fall decor and not have to change this out quite as much. So that is all of that decor. I also wanted to give y'all a little update of my flowers. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then the last time you've seen this, if you followed my videos, is back when I first planted everything. But I share throughout the season on Instagram that how well these have done. They have done amazing. Y'all, I have already trimmed these back once in half. I mean, like trimmed it all the way down in half, and they grew right back. So same thing with these. Twice I have cut those halfway down and they still keep coming. I have everything on irrigation, and I use Miracle-Gro every 2 weeks. And those have done blocked my path getting back in there. But that is an update of this part of my yard. I know it's real bright out here, hard to see. This stuff has really grown. We added irrigation down through here, so that's really made, like my gardenia bushes are really doing well. Here is Rose of Sharon. And then this thing, it has just took off, filled out. Like this is the lemon coral sedum. This is another type of sedum. I'm not familiar with the name of it off the bat. And then I've shown this on my Instagram. Look how tiny this ivy is. Y'all, that was a regular size ivy that I planted in here, and then somehow it started growing as a miniature. But look, it's just filled up everywhere. And my rose bushes are finally starting to bloom. We had a real big problem with Japanese beetles and June bugs and stuff. And so we'll look over here, and y'all, it's kind of loud because my brother-in-law, who lives way over yonder, sounds like he's cutting his grass. And then we have, I planted that big hosta, Summon Substance hosta. It'll fill this entire area up. You get about 5 foot in diameter. And the moss has just gone crazy on this fountain, which I absolutely love. And I can't remember if when I did my garden tour if I had this butterfly bush or not, but we planted that, and that's as big as it'll get. It's a miniature one. And then those pots are really getting big. They're kind of starting to flop over. And look how these are about 3.5 foot tall now. These rose bushes that I planted this year have already grown that much. So feeding them and watering them really helps. Let me scoot around here. Maybe the sun won't be in our eyes as much. So those are like periwinkle top flowers. But that is all of that. And we'll go around and show you the side yard. Right, and here is how big these have gotten. And again, I have trimmed these back just about 3 weeks ago. I cut everything about halfway down other than the geraniums. And we've had a lot of water, so I think I start to stress that one out. Trimmed those back, everything, and it has just exploded. I had some purple petunias in here, but they ended up dying back. But before I trimmed it, all of this was hanging down inside of this. And that stuff, Creeping Jenny and the lemon coil sedum, that'll kind of live year round for me here. So I'll leave that, and then in another month or so I'll pull these out and the geraniums, and I'll put pansies in here. And then we have this, and then look at this humongous fern, y'all. And then I had this pot right here that I did. Y'all, you're gonna hear my husband and son in the background working on his Jeep. And then there's that. And then look at these. We cut these down every year and they come back. There's a crepe myrtles. They look a little wild. He's had to like band them to keep them together. But that is an update on my yard. I will show y'all this one right quick. Little pot that I planted up is doing really well. And I added me another little dangly thing. This one's made out of mirrors. It looks really pretty in the evening because the sun faces this way. I mean, this is the west facing side is what I'm trying to say. And then morning sun kind of hits that one really well. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different and it still got a little bit long sharing all the different areas, but you know, I just thought, why not? Let's just do something different. But if you don't already subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload a video. And as always, I love to read your comments, and I make sure to comment back on everyone. And I really do appreciate those of you who commented on that last video when I asked about that. That really did help that video to do well with the commenting and the liking and stuff. It really helped the algorithm put it out there. So I really appreciate all of that. And as always, I appreciate everything y'all do for supporting my channel. And I hope y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.